Hi Virgo, welcome to your September 2018 love reading. It's Raina here, so I'm shuffling my Morgan Greer deck. I'll be doing my typical spread, and then I'll end the reading with a card from the Akashic Tarot, which is not the typical tarot. Just to let you know about that. Hopefully we will not get interrupted by leaf blowers, because I've been dealing with them all morning. I've got leaf blowers coming out of my ears, and weed whackers and all that jazz. It's funny how I've been getting so much fiery, so many Wands cards. Maybe because as I record this, I'm in Leo, and I'm just picking up on that Leo energy. Oh, I'd like to end on the Fool. I really do. I'm going to be picking that other card after I'm done with this portion of the reading. I don't know why I put these cards like so far. They seem like they're not centered. I don't know. I have a moon in Virgo, you have to forgive me. I get a little bit uncomfortable with things that are not in the way they're supposed to be. Okay, so the heart of the matter is the Hangman card. You may be dealing with a relationship that's up in the air. There's a million reasons why this could be. Remember that this is a general reading, so obviously I'm not claiming that every single Virgo person on planet Earth is going through the same things in life. Some people are single, some people are married. Some people are married and they want to be single. Everything. Let's just keep going and we'll see what this means. The Foundation card is the Nine of Swords. This is a card of anxiety. And then this card is the Challenge card. So this could be the problem person here. King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or they have a very strong fiery component, plus they may have some authority. They could be the father of your child. Kings can be fathers. So that's why I'm calling them the father. It could be your boss, if you're having an affair with your boss. Some people do that, believe it or not. But a fire sign male who's older, this, as I told you, the 3 fire signs, but they might just have like a moon in Aries and they're very emotionally volatile, or they have Leo rising and they're very narcissistic, okay? Something like that. So you feel that with the Nine of Swords, you obviously feel trapped by this person, or I should say this person, you feel anxious about it, okay? It could be different things. Now, this person would probably be somebody who has anger management issues, and they might use their anger as a way to intimidate others to get what they want. So instead of just, if they disagree, just disagreeing, they just completely go crazy, and then the other person backs down. But there's not really any resolution of the problem. It just goes underground. So it causes, like, if you really have a legitimate beef with this person, you try to tell them in a respectful way, and then they just go off, and then you feel like you can't really be honest with them because they're always just like going off if you dare to criticize them. But I mean, it isn't even criticism if you just say, look, you know, blah, 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 you know, this thing, I need to talk to you about this. It's different than just insulting somebody or criticizing them just very insensitively. Yeah, I'm sure there are Virgos who could do that. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if there's something in it that may be kind of critical towards them, of behavior that you're not happy with. Let's say they drink too much, and you say, you know, it really concerns me how often you drink or how much you drink when we go out, because you do this and you get mean, or you lose control of yourself and you act like a fool. Now, yeah, I'm just saying this off the top of my head. I'm not trying to be diplomatic, but I mean, even if you were diplomatic about it and you were very careful not to be insulting, that would still threaten this type of person. Plus, you have to understand that this kind of person wants control. So anything that you say that hints at them changing, they're not going to appreciate. As a matter of fact, it could enrage them, because it's their way or the highway, basically. So that is causing you anxiety. What does the Hangman represent? Well, maybe you feel like you're surrendering. Excuse me. It could be a situation where you've kind of like washed your hands of the situation. Actually, the Hangman can be a good thing, in that you may feel like there's nothing more I can do here. And so you kind of like let go of the need to control the situation. And that I think is a wise thing, because sometimes you just need to let go and the situation will take care of itself, or give you insight into what's the next best course of action for your situation. There may be a situation where you've met a Pisces individual, which happens to be your opposite sign, by the way, and you feel like the situation's up in the air right now, maybe because you are still tied to that King of Wands, and you don't know what to do about it. And that makes you feel, because you feel like, oh my God, what should I do? The higher message is a Six of Wands. The higher message card is meant to give you advice or insight that is spiritual rather than practical or material. But it can be, to me, it's practical even if it's spiritual, because it's helping people to see their situation from a higher perspective, and sometimes that's exactly what you need to do. In this particular instance, this card refers to, I think it refers to, are you capable of being with somebody who really loves you and respects you? Because the Six of Wands usually, in my experience, relates to receiving praise, accolades for your success. So sometimes with wands, we're talking about career matters, and this is like taking your bow, having other people see how great you are, and things like this. Well, because this is about love and not about a particular romantic, I'm sorry, not a particular career move, and this is a spiritual message. I'm wondering if you feel uncomfortable, which I think a lot of Virgo people do, because they tend to be kind of humble with people praising them. So if you were to meet somebody who said, "Oh my God, you're such a nice person. You're so talented, or you're so pretty, or you're so handsome, or you're so caring," would you feel good about that person, or would that person make you feel uncomfortable because maybe you grew up being criticized? That's the other thing about Virgo people, or people with a prominent Virgo, is that they may have experienced criticism, and that can make them feel self-conscious and insecure. So then, taking that mentality, it can be it makes more sense sometimes. Hearing criticism from a person almost seems more realistic. And no, that's not realistic. That's somebody else's projection. They can criticize you about things that maybe they feel about themselves. They're projecting onto you what they actually feel. So never just take somebody's criticism as being the truth about you. It's okay to take something constructively that somebody's offering you and really look at it. I'm not saying that we should never do that. But sometimes, especially if it's habitual from one person, it could be like heavy projection on their part, where they don't love themselves and they have to dump that self-hate onto somebody else. But you have to be able to realize when somebody cares about you and appreciates you, that if it brings up negative feelings, that's on you, that's something that you have to work with or work on. For the more practical issues at hand, we have the World card. Now, the World card is a card of endings, okay? It's the last card of the major arcana. And so I think that what this is suggesting to you is that this is the closing of a chapter in your life. Now, it could be, I can't think of anything astrological except for the fact that I'm recording this in early August, and if you're listening in August, in late August, so this is, you know, even late August is the future for me, let alone September, but in late August, there's going to be a full moon in Pisces, which is your opposite sign. And this can indicate a time when this will be in your 7th house of marriage or committed partnership. You may have some kind of ending. This person may be your marriage partner, and you finally realize, yeah, you know, it's not good. Maybe the Hangman card is a legal separation from this person, and you finally have come to the conclusion that you are meant to be, you know, that your relationship is done as a couple. That you've had that part of your life, maybe there was a purpose to it, and now it's time to move on. What is coming in is represented by the 5 of Swords. This could be like along, you know, talking about that full moon at the end of August. That can be a time of secrets being revealed that relate to a marriage or a committed partnership, and that can indicate that this person was being deceptive towards you. And it might confirm suspicions that you always knew that that there was something wrong. There was that this person may have been very overbearing with you because of their own dirt, what they were doing. So this is what sometimes people do. They get very accusatory. They accuse you. They make your life hell, and then you find out all along they were cheating. The 5 of Swords can be slander, so this can be somebody saying things about you that are lies to other people to try to poison the well with them. And then we have as the outcome the Fool card, which I love because this is new beginnings, absolute new beginnings. And this could be in your life in general. You have a new moon. Oh, this is your solar return month. Yeah. Starting in August, but in September you have your new moon on September 9th. And so you, Virgo, could be starting over altogether, total reboot in your life, perhaps. Or maybe it's just your love life. Maybe you're ending a long marriage, you know? I think of that World card. It's like, you know, isn't it funny? The first... and it's not that I started with the World card, but I got that at the beginning, and now at the end I get the Fool. Because where does life begin and when does it end? You know, we're constantly having beginnings and endings. And the wise person is the one who can accept the endings as well as the beginnings, who can accept when something has run its course. And the Fool card is about not going into the future with preconceived notions. You know, having an open heart, having an open mind, and not wanting to just go with the program. Like, you know, an example is, I think the Fool card connects with Uranus. And Uranus is a planet of nonconformity. So not just doing what everybody else does, the hive mind. You know, thinking for yourself, doing things that you want to do, being a free spirit. So I think that this is going to play into your life in September for some reason, Virgo. And by the way, happy solar return. Happy birthday. And I'm going to pick that card. Okay, I've got the card from the Akashic Tarot. I just want to show you the back. Isn't that beautiful? Kind of like a... Oh my God. I got the same card that I got for... This is the same card I got for Pisces, your opposite sign. So maybe there is a Pisces person, and that's why I'm picking the same card for both of you. A commitment card. Okay, that is pretty interesting. Okay, it describes... Roses are scattered around a contract on a brightly lit desk. By the way, I just want to say, because this can deal with contracts too, and so you could be, with the World card, you could be ending that a marriage, and so you're going to sign a divorce agreement. I don't like contracts. That's why I don't get married, and then I don't get divorced either. But so what can happen? You know, Mercury deals with contracts, okay? And Mercury is retrograde as I speak. It's going to be retrograde until August 19th. Now, you may be listening to this in September or in late August when Mercury is direct, but it does take time to get out of its shadow. So I don't know the exact date that it does, but there could still be things going on. But this is about, you know, some kind of a contract that you may be signing. So I'm going to say, based on the other cards, that would be a divorce contract, if it's going to be any kind of contract. When this card appears upright, it means that a valuable union is at hand. A romantic commitment may be coming your way, or perhaps a love from your past lives is returning to you. So maybe it's that polarity of the Pisces-Virgo polarity. Because, and I even mentioned twin flames for them, for Pisces also. A business commitment may be forthcoming, such as an offer of a promotion or a new job, or the opportunity to form a partnership or create a new business venture. This card could also indicate the signing of other types of papers, including the sale or purchase of a house or the beginning of a new investment. Either way, this card is filled with light and indicates that good results are in the offing. As with many cards, part of the meaning refers to you. It is a reminder to be conscious of your commitment to yourself. If you want others to put you first or to help bring happiness to your life, then you must commit to do the same. Your self-honoring choices will set the groundwork for all your partnerships to thrive. Again, going back to that Six of Wands. That's a great, I'm going to try to commit that to memory. Self-honoring choices. Because the Six of Wands is key here. I think it really speaks to not just this reading, but to a lot of situations where people do not choose wisely. And unfortunately, I think that even the concept of choice in relationships is sadly just avoided altogether. I mean, I think a lot of people really do operate from the position that if somebody shows them interest, then they automatically get interested in the relationship without even questioning. You know, do I really care about this person? You know, do I think we're a good match? Something just came to me, Virgo, that I want to share with you before I am done with this video. And that is that sometimes Virgos have to watch out for a tendency to be too critical when it comes to their relationships, where they look for those little flaws. That might be kind of more of a petty reaction than anything else, because it could be a situation where you're just looking for a reason not to be involved with somebody. But the weird thing about it is you might totally overlook somebody like this character who might be overtly bullying and narcissistic. The world revolves around them. And then if somebody is caring, you might nitpick. So that's something also to kind of keep in mind, that can happen. All right, well, that's what I have for you. So if you are interested in a love reading, I have other types of readings too, obviously, but I'm going to link my love reading just for convenience's sake. You can check the link below. Otherwise, have an amazing September. I can't believe I'm saying September. Take care. Bye.